Good evening, students. Hi, Safiur. Hello, Sonam. We'll wait for one more minute. Let others join. Just one more minute, we'll wait. Okay. Anyways, we'll begin by the time others can join. Okay. So last time we have completed with natural resources, Safiur and Sonam. Have we? Okay. Yeah. So today we are going to start with new chapter. Before we begin with a new chapter, what I want to ask you is the natural resources are the sources why we are having food on the earth. Do you agree with me? There is a cycle we discussed, right? There were biogeochemical cycles, there were various other cycle, life cycles, by which we can say the food exists on the earth. Every cycle, every natural cycle has a beginning and the end point. Do you agree with me, both of you? Sapir and Sonam? Yes, correct? Okay. So likewise, we are going to see what about food when it comes to the food. Natural resources, when it goes on, you know, circulating in the atmosphere or nature or environment, okay, the living things will always need food to eat and to survive. Yes, living things cannot eat natural resources, right? We need certain type of chemicals, certain type of nutrients to our body. Do you agree with me, both of you? Yes. Yes. So today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is 15th chapter, which is called as improvement in food resources. Is my screen shared on your end? Both of you? Screen shared on your end? Yes. Okay. So we are going to see improvement in food resources. How does it affect our life on the earth? And how does it affect the other living organisms? Okay. We know that all living organisms need food. Food supplies proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals, all of which we require for the body development, growth, and health. Okay, very important point. This is all we get through the food. That is protein, carbohydrate, etc. Minerals, we get it from the food. And these are all required for wear and tear of the bodily functions. Both plants and animals are major sources of food for us. We obtain most of this food from agriculture and animal husbandry. Okay, so basically agriculture is a base of everything. We get crops, we get vegetables, we get fruits from the agricultural activities. However, the meat and poultry, are all obtained from the animal husbandry. We have already studied about this. Okay. We read in the newspaper that efforts are always being made to improve production of from agriculture and animal husbandry. Okay. Animal husbandry is the secondly source of the food. The first one is remains the agriculture. Okay. Animal husbandry may, even if you don't have meat, you wouldn't die, but your base requirement is agriculture, because you need to have the basic food. Okay. 24/7, nobody is going to eat meat like carnivores. Do you agree with me, both of you? Do we eat meat for 24/7? We have certain days allotted. Okay. There is a reason, because we are omnivores. In fact, we are herbivores actually. Over the period of time, over the evolutionary stage, right now, if you see the human, he or she is a herbivore. Okay. But still we are addicted to the meat habits, red meat. Yes, we are addicted to it, and because of that, lots of species on the earth are going towards the threatening phase or extinct phase. Okay, we'll talk about it in a while as we go ahead in the chapter. Now, India is a very populous country. Our population is more than 1 billion people, and it is still growing. Okay. Now, as a food for this growing population, we will soon need more than a quarter billion tons of grain every year. We have very less land. Okay, on that land, we have to meet the requirement of 1 million people, and over a period of time, over the coming years, if the population explosion doesn't come under control, we might have 1 billion people, and we will need billion tons of the grains every year. Okay, this can be done by farming on more land. Now, more land kahan se layenge? Because we have limited amount of land. We don't have more land, but we can obviously make some changes in our farming practices. Hmm? This can be done by farming on more land, but India is already intensively cultivated. As a result, we do not have any major scope for increasing the area of land under cultivation. Yes, as I just told you, increasing area of land is not a possible option, but obviously increasing yield of the crop is a possible option. Yes, therefore it is necessary to increase our production efficiency for both crops and the livestock. Okay, I'll talk about livestock in a while, but I'm talking about a crop, it is required. Do you agree with me? Yes? Am I going to first? No, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, all right. Yes, Aryan, good evening. You are late, bacha. Okay, anyways. So, here we are looking at the improvement in food resources in the way that we don't have to increase our land, but we can increase our yield. Okay, or we can increase the quality of the crops and the livestock. Efforts to meet the food demand by increasing food production have led to some success so far. We have had the Green Revolution, which contributed to increased food grains production. Everybody must have learned about Green Revolution in the history. Everybody must have learned about Green Revolution in history. Social studies, yes. So Green Revolution was nothing, but it was a practice done by a few of the social reformers to bring about more production in the crops, in the fruits, in the vegetables. Okay? So here we have Green Revolution, and we have also contributed over a period of time. Okay, that is, we have also contributed to White Revolution, which has to be led to the better, more efficient as well as availability of the milk. White Revolution was related to the availability of milk, let's say dairy products. Okay, so White Revolution was the option that time. Hmm? However, these revolutions means that our natural resources are getting used more intensively. Requirement of these two revolution, green and white, they are indication that we are using our natural resources more, and over a period of time it is intensively increasing. As a result, there are more resources to the point of destroying, and their balance is completely gone. Okay, as I just told you, if you utilize more of the natural resources, these natural resources takes years, billions and millions of years to replenish. Okay, or to again to be re-added to the atmosphere. Okay, so as a result of this, there are more chances of causing damage to our natural resources to the point to destroy their balance completely. Therefore, it is important that we should increase food production without degrading our environment and disturbing the balance by maintaining it. Okay, ever if we are increasing our food production, we should increase it as per the environment. We should take care of the cycle in the environment, as I told you. Overfishing, overgrazing, okay, overbreeding of the animals will lead to the exploitation of animals. Okay, animal has a capacity to be bred. Okay, there is forcible breeding of the animals to meet the requirement of the people, increasing population. Okay, so this overbreeding, anything comes over, the animal is exploited and animal goes away from the food cycle. That means we are disturbing our nature terribly. Do you agree with me, class? Yes. Yes, no, no, yes. Nowadays, our land, if you see everywhere on the land, you can see industrialization happening. हर जगह पे building बन रही है. Okay? If you see, Sonam is from where? Where are you from, Sonam? You are from Bhubaneswar. Both are from Bhubaneswar, right? Yes, both are from Bhubaneswar. So in Bhubaneswar, you must have noticed the change over a period of time. Have you, both of you? क्या चेंज नोटिस किया? जहां पे पहले हाउस हुआ करते थे, अच्छे खासे बंगलोज हुआ करते थे, आपके कल्चरल हाउसेस हुआ करते थे, नाउ दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया हैज बीन रिप्लेस्ड, इट इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय बिग बिल्डिंग्स, बिकॉज देयर इज नो प्लेस लेफ्ट. जहां पे एक घर बनता था, ठीक है, वहां पे बिल्डिंग बना के 10 लोगों को ऑक्यूपाई करते, सो दैट शेल्टर की डिमांड इज मेट. कभी कभी इफ यू सी in many places around you, there are situation that forest land को भी वो इंडस्ट्रियल लैंड में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, या एग्रीकल्चरल लैंड को भी इंडस्ट्रियल लैंड में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं. Yes, once this forest land or agricultural land are converted into industrial land, there is no option or there is no going back, and the soil will be completely destroyed. Okay, the soil will be no more fertile in that region. Do you agree? Yes, all three of you agreed? Aryan, are you there? Yes, okay. Hence, there is a need for sustainable practices in agriculture and animal husbandry. Very important. There is a requirement, there is a alarming high requirement to practice sustainability. Okay, you must have come across new news on the, which is making headlines nowadays. Zombie virus. Have you all heard about it? Zombie virus, which was once upon a time completely buried into the ice glaciers of the Arctic oceans, and this. Now, because of climate change and because of global warming, the glaciers are melting, exposing lot many viruses. It's not zombie virus. That's your favorite. Are you serious, Safir? Oh my God. Okay. So it's really threatening. So far, it has not affected humans. It has not affected animals. But imagine the situation what we are going to face in the future. If we continue this global warming, if we continue this contribute to this climate change, if we continue exploiting the natural resources. At this point, we are talking about natural resources. Yes, we are exploiting. We are not using, we are exploiting, we are overusing it. Okay, let's say for example, I have 10 clothes in my wardrobe. ओके लेट्स से मेरे पास 10 टी शर्ट है और मुझे रिक्वायरमेंट सिर्फ 5 टी शर्ट की है. ओके दैट एक्स्ट्रा 5 which I have bought in my wardrobe is not my requirement. Yes, so I am already overusing the resources. Why t-shirt is called as resource? It is made out of plants. It is made out of the thread or yarn is made out of plants, right? The stitching, the cloth, the weaving of the cloth, everything is made out of natural resources, and I'm overusing it. Am I correct? Yes. If you don't need at this temperature where you're staying, you don't need leather shoes. We don't need leather shoes. We can use fox leather, we can use PU leather, that is polyurethane leather. These are all artificial leather. We don't need real leather shoes. But still we are buying leather shoes. Why we need leather shoes? Yes, the leather shoes are only used by the people who are staying in extremely cold region. And earlier, these leather shoes were made out of the animal skin when they were dyed. When they were dyed, but now people are hunting, people are killing, people are poaching animals. Okay, to meet the requirement. उनके दांत निकालते हैं, उनके claws निकालते हैं. They smuggle it. Why? It is requirement. Is it required? We are playing with the nature. We are contributing to the एनिमल के नंबर्स को लेस करने में. अगर एनिमल कम हो गए हमारा पूरा हैबिटेट डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगा. आर यू फॉलोइंग व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से? यस सफीर, are you all with me? Safir, Aryan, where is Sonam? Yes. Okay, do you agree with me what I say? Yes. Yes. Also, simply increasing grain production for storage in warehouses cannot solve the problem of malnutrition and hunger. Very important point. The grain are been, they are harvested, they are cut, they are separated, और उसको कहाँ स्टोर करते हैं? वेयर हाउसेस में. ठीक है, ग्रेन को वहां पे स्टोर करना विल नॉट सॉल्व अ प्रॉब्लम. वो क्या होगा, ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम और भी ग्रेन उसके ऊपर स्टैक हो जाएगा, और ग्रेन उसके ऊपर स्टैक हो जाएगा. ऐसे करते करते नीचे के ग्रेन्स खराब होंगे. एंड वी आर नॉट सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ malnutrition and hunger in the country. Are still population is facing malnutrition and hunger. Still अपनी population में hunger है. There is food crisis. People are not getting enough of food. Okay, if you observe people going to the ration ka line, but this ration ka line is not helping people to get their food demand filled up because of certain political issues, because of the education problem in the country. Yes, do you agree with me? Don't you agree? Agar IAS officers, IPS officers, the other office bearers in the country जितने पढ़े लिखे हैं, अगर उतने पढ़े लिखे हमारे पॉलिटिशियंस होते तो हमारी कंट्री का फेस अलग होता. Yes, this is why we are facing malnutrition and hunger. People are into their own war. They doesn't understand we are in war with nature. Our nature is already struggling. They don't understand. But they are in their own self war, अपना ego के लिए. They will kill this poor people who are suffering from malnutrition and hunger. ओके जैसे कि उनके खाने पीने का अवेलेबिलिटी ना कराना, उनके हिस्से का खाने को दे टेक इट एज अ ब्राइब. यस, पीपल शुड हैव मनी टू परचेज फूड. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. मनी कहाँ से आएगा? मनी बांटा जाता है किसी को फ्री में? फ्रॉम वेयर विल द मनी कम इन द कंट्री? यस, ऑल थ्री ऑफ यू. मनी कहाँ से आएगा? Export. Okay, export is on the broader scale. Coming back to the country, what you need to get money? What you need to get money? Very good, Aryan. Excellent. Work, employment, job, opportunities. अगर कंट्री में जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज वर्क नहीं है तो लोगों को मनी कहाँ से मिलेगा? दिस पुअर पीपल, if they don't get work, if they don't get opportunity to go ahead, how are they going to earn money? If they are not earning money, obviously they are going to stay hungry. How they will get food? Yes, the food should have, the food security depends on both availability of the food and access to it. Very important. मनी कमा भी लिए, क्या फूड इतनी बड़ी पॉपुलेशन के लिए अवेलेबल है? ओके, फूड अवेलेबल है, क्या वो फूड एक्सेसिबल है? आपके एरिया में ये आता है, आपके एरिया में ये वाला फ्रूट अवेलेबल है, बेसिक फ्रूट बनाना अवेलेबल है, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. द मेजॉरिटी ऑफ आवर पॉपुलेशन डिपेंड्स ऑन एग्रीकल्चर फॉर देयर लाइवलीहुड. Our India is called as land of agriculture. The increasing the incomes of the people working in agriculture is therefore necessary to combat the problem of hunger. In between, if you must have come across, पंजाब में बहुत सारे फार्मर का स्ट्राइक चल रहा था. Yes, they had their own demands to be met. If you are aware about this issue, right? Yeah, but government was like little bit taking it lightly, or I don't know what exactly what was it. But there was a lot of crisis going on that time when five farmers were there on the strike, and when government were not able to talk with the farmers. In that period of time, वो जो बीच का पीरियड था, वो टाइम पे लोगों को बहुत प्रॉब्लम हुई थी. बीच में टमाटो के रेट्स हाइक हुए थे, अनियन के रेट्स हाइक हो गए थे, बेसिक खाने के रेट्स हाइक हो गए थे. Yes, so the scientific management practices should be undertaken to obtain high yields from the farms. For sustained livelihood, one should undertake mixed farming, intercropping, and integrated farming practices. For example, combine agriculture with livestock, poultry, fisheries, beekeeping. ठीक है? So एक लैंड पे एक क्रॉप ना उगाते हुए एक लैंड पे दो क्रॉप उगा दो. ठीक है, अगर आपके पास 10 एकर्स ऑफ लैंड है तो उस 10 एकर्स को 3 एकर्स में डिवाइड करके 3 क्रॉप उगा सकते हैं. कहीं आप पोल्ट्री रख सकते हो, तो कहीं आप अपने क्रॉप्स उगा सकते हो, कहीं आप फ्रूट्स भी उगा सकते हो. सो दैट मिक्स क्रॉपिंग का मतलब ये है दैट मिक्स क्रॉपिंग विल अलाउ सॉइल टू ब्रीथ, कीप सॉइल फर्टाइल. Along with it, you will get more number of crops available or more number of food available, food options available. Do you agree with me? Yes. Now coming to livestock, poultry and fisheries. This is just for a basic requirement. पहले के टाइम पे ये basic requirement था. But as per the increasing population, this has become more like exploitation. If you see Discovery Channel, I'll give you few names of the documentaries on Discovery Channel. Okay, so these documentary, if you watch, you'll come to know how fishes are taken out of the sea in millions and billions of number just for their fin. Okay, just for their fin, और उसका fin कट करके फिश को वापस समुंदर में छोड़ा जाता है. Like shark are well known for their fins. उसका फिन कट करके शार्क को वापस समंदर में डाला जाता है. शार्क हैज ऑलरेडी डाइड. नाउ दैट कट किया हुआ फिन एंड दैट शार्क व्हिच हैज गॉन बैक टू द सी इज नाउ गोइंग टू पोल्यूट द सी. और ऐसा एक दो नहीं होता, ऐसा मिलियंस एंड बिलियंस पे होता है. सो इमेजिन द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ शार्क इज श्रिंकिंग, population of whale is shrinking, population of fish is shrinking, aquatic life is getting hampered a lot. Okay, for small things, for everything, for just for 10 minutes of food का taste, people need fish every day. Some people are so habituated to fish, उनको अगर digest नहीं भी होता है, but still they need fish. Okay, so basically this kind of habits which are not related to the cultural diversity or which are not related to the accessibility, जैसे कि जो कोस्टल एरियाज पे रहते हैं वो फिश खाते हैं तो बात अलग है, क्योंकि उनके पास ऑप्शंस कम अवेलेबल होते हैं. But when the options are available, why to eat fish? Same goes with poultry. Okay, in egg industry, in poultry industry, the small chicken, one day ka chicken, they are put into the live chicken, living chicken. The small chicks, they are put into big machines and they are shredded live. Imagine eating something which is alive, which needs to, which is wishing to live, and same is becoming our food. Yes, लाइव उनको मारा जाता है, बॉइलिंग वाटर में डाल के उनको लाइव मारा जाता है. इमेजिन दैट बॉइलिंग वाटर एंड दैट वन डे का चिक्स, हाउ व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ट्रॉमा दे मस्ट बी फेसिंग. ऐसा ट्रॉमा वाला अगर हम खाना खाएंगे, सो इज इट गोइंग टू बेनिफिट आवर बॉडी? डू यू थिंक इट इज गोइंग टू बेनिफिट आवर बॉडी? यस, एग्जैक्टली. लाइफ स्टॉक, कमिंग टू लाइफ स्टॉक. ओके, ये जो लाइफ स्टॉक है, द काउज, द गोट, द शीप, पहले के प्रैक्टिसेस में दे यूज्ड टू टेक केयर ऑफ काउ, दे यूज्ड टू टेक केयर ऑफ गोट while taking out wool from them, while taking out milk from them. They used to take care of sheep while taking out wool from them. Now they just snatch it, और इतनी बुरी तरह से उनको ये करते हैं कि उनकी स्किन भी कभी कभी मशीन में आ जाती है, and they get wounds. Why? Because of increasing number of demand, increasing population, demand is increasing. लोगों को फैशनेबल लेदर जैकेट चाहिए, लोगों को फैशनेबल फर जैकेट चाहिए. सो इवन इन कोल्डर कंडीशंस उनके वो फर काट दिए जाते हैं. काऊ को मल्टीपल टाइम ब्रीड किया जाता है, which is beyond the capacity of cow. Sometimes cow cannot even stand. Sometimes cow and buffaloes, they are not even able to consume food. They undergo trauma. बिकॉज उनको पता ही नहीं होता है हाउ दे हैव बीन ब्रीडिंग. नेचुरल ब्रीडिंग आप लोगों को सभी को पता है, राइट? नेचुरल ब्रीडिंग कंप्राइजेस ऑफ मेल एंड अ फीमेल, बट व्हेन दे आर ब्रीडेड फोर्सिबली, दे डजंट नो. उनकी बेबी जो होते हैं लेदर इंडस्ट्री के लिए, उनको विद इन अ स्पैन ऑफ 1 वीक और 1 मंथ उनकी बेबीज को सेपरेट किया जाता है. सो इमेजिन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग्स वी आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू. ओके, yeah, coming back to improvement in crop yields. Am I making sense to you, class? If you have any queries, you can ask me. All good? Please don't take it personally. Personally, अगर आप मीट वगैरह खाते हो, please don't take it personally. This is on a broad point of view, overall. Yeah. Improvement in yield of crops. How? Cereals such as, okay, Aryan. Yeah, I can take it from your name, Srivastav. Okay. That is why I said some people have their own choices. All right. But this is what we are facing right now. Aisa. Okay. All right. All right. Are you, Sonam? Wow. We will have one day a conversation wala session somewhat once we are done with our portion on time. Because I am also vegan. Wonderful. Good to know. Yeah. Cereals such as wheat, rice, maize, millets, and sorghum provide us with carbohydrate for energy requirement. Pulses like gram, that is chana, pea, matar, black gram, urad dal, green gram, moong dal, pigeon pea, arhar dal, lentils, masoor dal provide us with the proteins. Of course, we get protein from these. Ye also, soya bean is also rich source of protein, and oil seeds including soya bean, groundnut, sesame, castor, mustard, linseed, and sunflowers provide us with the necessary fats. Now, vegetables, spices, and fruits provide us with a range of vitamins and minerals in addition to the small amounts of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. In addition to this, food crops, fodder crops like berseem, oats, or Sudan grass are raised as a food for the livestock. Now, you must have come across another news, that is burning of the Amazon rainforest. Yes, more than 50% Amazon rainforest was completely under. कितने दिनों तक वो चल रहा था? Have you heard about this news? उसके बाद चिले का फॉरेस्ट, उसके बाद there were many rainforests or there were many forests in the whole world which were on fire unnecessary without any reason. Lightning भी strike नहीं हुआ था या कुछ नहीं हुआ था, there was uninformed or unattended fire. Okay, now अभी एक बार वो पूरा का पूरा habitat, even ऑस्ट्रेलिया में there were many animals who were rescued by the local people there. जो लोगों ने कभी डियर को हाथ नहीं लगाया, जो लोगों ने कभी कोआलास को हाथ नहीं लगाया, they went inside the forest, local people, and they rescued the deers, the crying deers. If you see that in Discovery documentary, you will get to know. The animals were weeping, animals were crying. किसी का स्किन जला था, किसी का हाफ एनिमल का बॉडी जल गया था. Imagine the pain they were in. So my point is that कि ये सारी चीजों को लाइफ स्टॉक के लिए उगाने के लिए वी नीड अ लैंड, वी नीड वास्ट लैंड. ओके, दिस वास्ट लैंड अगर आप बोलोगे कहाँ पे अवेलेबल होगी, पीपल आर स्टेइंग ऑन द लैंड. सम पार्ट ऑफ द लैंड इज कवर्ड अंडर फॉरेस्ट. अभी जो लैंड जलाई गई उस पे अभी वो फॉरेस्ट का एरिया जल गया. नाउ द लैंड हैज बिकम बैरन because of so much of ash. Yes, so now these people are going to industrialize that land. Imagine how tricky it is. Yes, they will industrialize this land. अभी वो बोलेंगे कि ये soil infertile है यहाँ की, let us utilize it for building industries or anything. This is how the things, the habitat is destroying. Yes, and these all pulses, these all cereals, these all seeds which contains lot of protein, vitamins, we are ignoring them. Yes, as a alternative we can take this into consideration. इतनी सारी चीजें available है हमारे लिए, we can eat anything, will get protein, nutrients, everything. For your kind information, you know, there is a lifespan of every food. There is a lifespan of every food. Why you eat non-vegetarian food for certain days? Let's say Monday को खाया, Tuesday नहीं खाते हो, Wednesday को खाया, Thursday, Friday नहीं खाते और Saturday को खाते हो. Because your fruits, vegetables takes around 4 to 5 hours to digest. इसलिए आप मॉर्निंग में ब्रेकफास्ट करते हो, 4 आवर्स के गैप के बाद आप लंच करते हो, 4 आवर्स के गैप के बाद आप शाम का नाश्ता करते हो, और 4 आवर्स के गैप के बाद आप रात का डिनर करते हो. डू यू अग्री विथ मी? Because the digestion process of the vegetables, fruits takes place within 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. But the digestion process for meat takes around 48 to 72 hours, depending on which meat you are eating. So अगर आज आपने मीट खाया और कल भी आपने मीट खाया तो कभी कभी आपको इंडाइजेशन होता है. Have you come across this? Or for your friends or anybody in the family who says that नहीं यार आज हमने खाया मीट, कल भी खाया, अब और मीट नहीं खाएंगे कुछ दिनों के लिए. Because meat takes around 48 to 72 hours to digest. That is why people who doesn't have agriculture in their country are meat dependent. Okay, जिनकी कंट्री में एग्रीकल्चर नहीं है वो मीट डिपेंडेंट होते हैं ताकि 48 hours to 72 hours तक उनको कम भूख लगे. If you see in the colder countries, they are dependent on meat for a reason to combat the climate over there. Colder climate में hot चाहिए, heat चाहिए body को, right? Yes, are you guys there with me? Everybody? Yes, I hope I'm not hurting anybody's sentiment. No, Safi, you're all good? Sonam, all good? Aryan, all good? This is a fact we need to evaluate. As a teacher, I'm just extending the facts. Yes, okay, fantastic. ठीक है, so ये चीजें जो है, ये सारी चीजें it takes 3 to 4 hours to digest. इसलिए हमको वेजेस खाने के बाद टाइम पे भूख लगती है. बट अगर आप मीट खा लो तो कभी कभी आपको नेक्स्ट डे लेट भूख लगती है बिकॉज ऑफ द डाइजेशन प्रोसेस. ओके, नेक्स्ट, the kharif and the season. Now there are seasonal crops, we call them as a seasonal crops. So talking about seasonal crops here, okay, different crops require different climatic conditions. Okay, जैसे भुवनेश्वर में आपके यहाँ पे कोई और क्रॉप्स उगते होंगे, चंडीगढ़ में यहाँ पे कुछ और क्रॉप्स उगते होंगे, ठीक है, मुंबई या महाराष्ट्र साइड में कुछ और क्रॉप्स उगते होंगे. So everything requires a different climatic conditions, temperature and photoperiods for their growth and completion of their life cycle. Photoperiod are related to the duration of sunlight. What is photoperiod? Photo matlab light and period matlab exposure to the sunlight. कभी कभी if you see कश्मीर साइड में या हिमाचल साइड में या उत्तराखंड साइड में या समटाइम्स पंजाब साइड में भी सर्दियों के मौसम में बहुत क्लाउडी हो जाता है, ठीक है, बहुत सारा फॉग एक्यूमुलेट हो जाता है, तो वहां पे सनलाइट का एक्सपोजर काफी दिनों तक मिलता नहीं है, 2-2 3-3 दिन तक मिलता नहीं है, स्पेशली हिमाचल एंड उत्तराखंड साइड में बिकॉज ऑफ द स्नोइंग एंड ऑल। यस, सो ये जो फोटो पीरियड है ये क्रॉप की ग्रोथ को भी अफेक्ट करता है, डिपेंड करता है कि कौन से क्रॉप उस पीरियड में ग्रो होंगे, ठीक है। नाउ ग्रोथ ऑफ द प्लांट्स एंड flowering plants are dependent on the sunlight as well. We all know plants manufacture their food in the sunlight by the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process जिसको फोटो पीरियड की जरूरत होती है, लाइट की जरूरत होती है। There are some crops which are grown in rainy season which are called as kharif crops. Please underline this or take a note of this. The crops which are grown in rainy season are called as kharif crops. Okay. This is a kharif season from month of June to October, and some of the crops are grown in winter season which are called as rabi crops. So winter season wale crops jo hai, they are called as rabi crops. Okay, and they are grown from November to April. So if you see your month June to October and November to April, एक मई महीना बीच में खाली है. What do you think they must be doing in the month of May? क्या करते हैं मई? Anybody? हार्वेस्ट, यस, बट हार्वेस्ट यहाँ पे भी होता है खरीफ के बाद जो अक्टूबर में होता है, जबकि दिवाली पे होता है, जो किसी किसी की बैसाखी पे होता है, दैट इज अ हार्वेस्ट टाइम, हार्वेस्ट सीजन। यस, जहाँ पे मकर संक्रांति सारे एक साथ आ जाते हैं, हार्वेस्ट सीजन। यस, सम अदर क्रॉप्स और प्रिपरेशन फॉर नेक्स्ट, वेरी गुड सपीव। द लैंड इज आइदर cultivated with some other crops or they are prepared for the next, the land is left barren for 1 month ताकि soil अपना nutrient level restore करे नए crops को और बनाने के लिए। Yes, so here we are paddy, soyabean, pigeon pea, maize, cotton green gram and black gram are kharif crops, whereas wheat gram, peas, mustard, linseed are rabi crops. These are example of kharif and rabi crops. In India, there has been 4 times increase in the production of food grains from 1952 to 2010. Okay, इतने से पीरियड में तकरीबन 50 साल या 60 साल के पीरियड में 25% इंक्रीज इन कल्टिवेबल लैंड एरिया, सिर्फ 25% लैंड एरिया इंक्रीज हुआ है, पर उसमें 4 टाइम्स ज्यादा क्रॉप्स का इंक्रीज हुआ है, कल्टीवेशन का। यस, हाउ हैज दिस इंक्रीज इन द प्रोडक्शन कैन बी एवर अचीव? इतनू सी लैंड में 4 टाइम्स ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन कैसे अचीव होगा? इफ वी थिंक ऑफ द प्रैक्टिसेस इन्वॉल्व्ड इन द फार्मिंग, वी कैन सी दैट वी कैन डिवाइड it into 3 stages. The farming ka first stage is choice of the seed for planting. Which kind of seed you will plant during which season? The second practice is nurturing the crop plants. उसका ख्याल रखना, very important. जब तक आप उसका ख्याल नहीं रखोगे, वो अच्छे प्लांट में डेवलप नहीं होगा। Third is protection of the growing and harvested crops from the loss. Which loss you talking about? किससे प्रोटेक्ट करना है आपके क्रॉप्स को? कौन से लॉस की बात हो रही है यहाँ पे? यस, वेरी गुड, वीड्स, जो वीड क्रॉप्स के साथ साथ ग्रो होते हैं, जो क्रॉप के प्रोडक्शन को हार्म करते, और क्या? वेरी गुड सपीर। यस, पेस्ट, वेरी गुड सोनम। यस, पेस्ट, वेरी गुड सपीर। एंड इंसेक्ट्स, पेस्ट, वीड, ठीक है। अनअटेंडेड डिजीज फॉर द क्रॉप्स, वायरसेस, वेरी गुड आर्यन। क्रॉप्स को भी जैसे हम बीमार होते हैं, बुखार आता है, वैसे क्रॉप्स भी बीमार होते हैं, उनको भी वायरसेस पकड़ते हैं, वायरल इन्फेक्शन पकड़ गया तो पूरा क्रॉप का यील्ड डिस्ट्रॉय होता है। वेरी गुड। सो इससे हमको उसे प्रोटेक्ट करना है। तो सबसे पहले चॉइस ऑफ द सीड, ये सब डिपेंड करता है विच सीड्स यू आर यूजिंग। अगर आपने हाइब्रिड वैरायटी ऑफ सीड यूज किया है, यू हैव टू बी वेरी श्योर इट इज ऑफ गुड क्वालिटी. ठीक है. नर्चरिंग द क्रॉप, क्रॉप का ख्याल रखना ग्रो करने के बाद, और उसको पेस्ट ना लगने से बचाना. तो ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर्स यूज कर सकते हैं एज वेल एज केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स इफ एट ऑल इट इज रिक्वायर्ड. ठीक है. Thus, the major groups of activity for improving crop yield can be classified as crop variety improvement, crop production improvement, and crop protection management. Is this clear so far? Yes, we are going to see each and every stage in details. Okay, am I going too fast? Yes. Okay. Do you have any doubt to ask? Okay. Shall we stop here? Can we do this for the next time? Is that okay with everybody? Okay, or you want to do this and we shall stop? You all tell me what is your suggestion. Yes में क्या होता है? Shall we do this next time? Okay, okay, we'll stop here. Do you have anything to ask?